So yeah, get yourself comfy. Yeah, pop your phone down or whatever you need to. Yes, and then so just obviously the day that you've had, and you can just sort of do your best to let all that drop. And I love the analogy of like imagining putting things into the basket of the day that we don't need, especially not for the next half an hour, however long it will be. And if you want to, you can just, if there's anything going on for you that you want to just distance yourself from during this time, you can imagine yourself in a basket on a river, and the other thing or whatever you want to just have a bit of space from in another basket. And I like to imagine a circle of 8 going round you and the thing. Yeah, just do your best to play with this exercise. And you can imagine like of a knife or something cutting in the middle, so the figure of 8 is separated, and then that other basket is flowing down the river past you. And yeah, water is such a soothing element to bring in whenever we're feeling a bit like we want to flush something out, whether it's like bacteria if we're not feeling well, or yeah, if there's something we're kind of chasing after, or just to do your best to let it flow on by. And then we'll start by doing the equal breaths in and out. And I'll do it with you. And if it helps, you can put your hands on your stomach. And yes, so we'll inhale and our belly will expand. So we'll count to 4 to begin with. So we can breathe in 2, 3, 4, and breathe out for 2, 3, 4. And we're just going to do this for a couple of minutes. And if your breathing sort of changes pattern to the way I'm counting, that's fine. So we'll breathe in 2, 3, 4, and breathe out for 2, 3, 4. And breathe in for 2, 3, 4, and breathe out for 2, 3, 4. And do your best to just not make this too much of an effort. And if it feels more comfortable to count to 6, that's fine. So we breathe in for 2, 3, 4, and out for 2, 3, 4. And we breathe in for 2, 3, 4, and breathe out for 2, 3, 4. And just sort of enjoying this time to just focus solely on the breath. And we'll just keep going for a little bit longer. So breathe in 2, 3, 4, and breathe out for 2, 3, 4. And in for 2, 3, 4, and out for 2, 3, 4. And breathe in for 2, 3, 4, and breathe out for 2, 3, 4. And you can just continue this if you want to. And you can also just let your breathing settle into whatever rhythm is good for you. And we'll just start by taking our attention to our shoulders and making sure we're not holding any tension there, and just giving our shoulders and the whole of our back to feel relaxed. Some people find this easier than others. And you can sort of imagine a mini you going to each part and just checking how it feels and just sending relaxing signals to that part. And we can also make sure that our foreheads and our eyes and cheeks and jaw aren't holding onto anything, and they feel soft and relaxed. And it's almost as if there's a kind of jug of calmness being poured from the top of your head, and it's spreading down your arms as well, and your hands and fingers. Just sending, soothing signals to the body. And you can imagine, just really feeling rooted and comfortable if we're sat or lying down on our sit bones. And just bringing our awareness to our chest area and our stomach. Just giving these areas full permission to soften. Maybe you want to just take some nice abdomen breaths again if you're not doing them. Just 2.5 minutes of equal breaths can help balance our nervous system. So that alone is very soothing. And just make sure that our thighs, so the tops of our leg, backs of our leg, and our knees and our calves, all nice and heavy and feeling relaxed. And if your mind starts to wander, then you can just do your best to bring your focus back to sending relaxing signals to the body. And feeling our feet flat on the floor, or if they're reclined, just bringing your awareness there. And we can imagine just simply feeling the connection from our feet all the way down to the earth. As if we're being drawn down to connecting in with a grounding energy. And if you want to imagine, as it reaches the earth, a colour that resembles rootedness to you. It might be a colour of red, or you just pick whatever colour feels good. And perhaps using the breath, you can guide this colour up from the ground in your own pace, up to your feet. And it's drawing up your legs as well, as if the earth is filling your body with, nourishment. And again, using the breath to help spread that colour of groundedness to your body. You can imagine it going all the way up to your stomach and chest. Perhaps down our arms. And back up to our face and our back and shoulders and sit bones. And I invite you now to, either with that same colour or a different colour, you can just imagine a kind of like a blanket being cuddled all the way around you from top to toe, on the outside of the body, wrapping you up and giving you some nice protection and soothing energy to help you feel even more relaxed. So yeah, always just doing the best you can with these exercises. And there's no one way, so you can take from it what you want and in your own style. And if we're feeling like we want to just connect in with the breath again, that's a good time to do it now. So we can just breathe in together. 2, 3, 4, and then breathe out. 3, 4. Oh. And then when you feel ready, I just invite you to imagine, to think of a memory or imagine a scenario that produces strong positive emotions and feelings within you. So it might be an achievement or a celebration or something you love or are passionate about. Could be an imagined scenario in the future. Just something, the first thing that pops into your mind. Let's keep it simple. A nice memory or image that produces strong positive emotions and feelings. And once you have that, you may wish to put a label for that emotion and feeling. So it could be love or happiness, just in case that's helpful to anchor in that nice happy feeling. Might be that it's about your dog. So yeah, as you fully experience this nice, positive, happy emotion and feelings with your memory or imagined scenario, just do your best to breathe that fully into your heart area. And if it helps, we can put our hands on our heart or at the center of our chest. So going back to those nice stomach breaths, we can just feel that positive emotion filling our chest and heart area with each breath. And you can perhaps feel any more tensions just leaving the body with each out breath as you anchor and feel into more that positive emotion filling your heart area. And it might be that you can feel some warmth in that area. And however it looks for you is fine. And when you feel you've sort of had enough, starting with your heart, you can imagine, again, using the breath to feel that positive emotion expanding upwards to your head. So it might be, again, you want to move your hands to your head to just really start to notice how it feels going from the heart to the head. And again, using the breath to guide it upwards. So we breathe in 2, 3, 4, and that goes from the heart to the head. Yeah, and always being gentle with ourselves with these exercises. And you might notice that it might change slightly as it gets to the different brain, and still imagining that positive emotion or using that word that you may have chosen that resembles that positive image or emotion. And if you get distracted at all, you can just come back to some simple breaths. And then when you feel ready, you can imagine breathing down that feeling from your head back into your heart. And again, moving your hands from your head to your heart. And allowing your heart and chest area to feel enriched and soothed with this image or feeling. And we now take that breath from the heart down to your gut area, so your stomach. And breathing that emotion down from your heart into your gut area. And again, placing your hands on your stomach to help connect into this brain. You can feel your lower abdomen expand as you inhale. And collapse in as you exhale. And imagine and feel your positive emotion filling your lower abdomen and stomach area. And again, it might be you're simply checking in to how this area feels. And it might look slightly different from the other brains. And we're just simply enjoying moving our awareness and that positive feeling to each brain. And we'll stay here for a few more breaths, because typically this is the hardest brain to connect in with. And even though we're just simply guiding down that happy memory, it's just nice to, feel really present in our stomach area. And you're just noticing very subtly or any changes in your stomach area. And when you feel ready, you can move back from your stomach to your heart. So allow each breath to send the signals upwards from your gut into your heart. And now breathe once again, mainly into your heart area. So we're bringing all our awareness to this part of us and placing our hands in the center of our chest. And using the breath to guide the image or memory up from our stomach to our hearts. And you can experience your positive emotion flowing through the connections between your heart, head, and gut area. Allowing it to be flooded to all brains now. And if you're struggling here, you can just imagine it expanding out from your heart, almost as if it's spreading, perhaps up to your arms, all the way up to your head, and all the way down to your stomach. And just really allowing the whole of you now to feel enriched with this positive emotion or memory, as if it's going to all parts of you. Really enjoying drinking in this time through the whole of you to feel nourished with some nice happiness and positive energy. And taking a few simple breaths from your stomach. And I'm not sure how this pace has been for you, but you can just, sit with that a little bit. And I invite you to, again, bring your focus to your breath if it's not already there. So breathing in from our stomach. And imagine that with each breath, it's really uplifting your heart with light-hearted joy. Feeling that uplifted feeling, and perhaps it's helping you to smile. Just deeply feel your heart being uplifted as you breathe. And this time, I invite you to imagine a colour or sparkling light filling your heart with uplifting, positive energy and love. And it's whatever colour or sparkling light that you feel you want to pick. There's no right or wrong here, it's just playing with this way to connect in with our bodies and feel relaxed. And you can take that light colour and feeling and experience it going all the way from your heart to your head. Taking your joyful and uplifting feelings and messages from your heart into your mind. And you're always welcome to place your hands on the different brains as I mention them. And again, as it goes from your heart to your head brain, it may change. Yeah, for me, the heart is where I feel more there, and the heads can be more visual or more words or chattier. And as you breathe out, you can imagine your breath going down from your head and your heart to your guts and your stomach area, taking with it calming feelings and messages. And again, perhaps placing your hands on your stomach. And really feel that letting go, relaxing, calming, and peace-filled sense of joy fill your entire belly. It's really nice to just feel fully comforting thoughts of joy and imagine them being in a certain area of our body, especially our brains. And as this is the first time you've done this, if you're struggling with anything, don't worry at all. It's just the beginning of checking in how your body feels, and to keep it simple, it was using a colour or sparkling lights that resembles uplifting positive energy and love to you. So just do your best to send that light and colour and feel it fully in your stomach area, as well as all that enriched feelings of peace and joy and contentment, however that looks for you. And we can just breathe in that uplifting in joy in your heart. So moving now from your gut back to your heart. And allowing that area to feel enriched and pervaded by that colour or sparkling lights. And now with our hands on our heart, we can just sit here for a few more breaths, feeling that lovely colour or light and enriched energy that's hopefully nourished and re-energized each brain. And we can just take a moment now to perhaps think of a few things that we're grateful for, not efforting here, just maybe it's your little dog that's hopefully snoozing. Or, it could be the blanket that you're being wrapped in. That's definitely for me at the moment. I've got a nice purple blanket on. Or something in your, just perhaps something you're grateful for yourself for doing. Maybe it's just showing up here and giving your body some TLC, especially if you're not feeling well. And then when you feel ready, you can bring your hands just resting on your lap or wherever's comfy. And just saying a little thank you to our bodies for everything they do. So busy digesting and oh, everything they do automatically. And we can, thank each brain if you want to. So our head brain and our heart and our guts, but just simply being open to start communicating with them and noticing them. And obviously the more you connect in, the easier it will become. And there's different ways of doing this, but we can carry with us all, that color or the memory, and even with the breaths, we can bring that into our days whenever we remember. And then just to finish, I think it's nice to just imagine again that color that's wrapping us around, like as if we're putting on a cuddly blanket. Just one final, feeling safe where we are and comforted and protected by our own abilities to self-soothe and connect in. And feeling our feet or wriggling our toes a little bit. And you can just sort of feel them on the ground, or if you're lying, then you can imagine, just that one last connecting with the earth. Okay, so we got two floaty. Imagining like heavy boots is a good way on our feet, so we feel connected to the earth. And if you want to, you can just start wriggling or have a little stretch. Might be just invite you to sort of come round in whatever way is good. And it could be, if you've got some water there, you just have a little sip.